I believe in America.
So you believe in that, right?
Yeah.
Yep, I remember that. Because somehow, if I remember anything, this guy's daughter, one of his daughters, something happened to his daughter, went to the judge. The father went to the judge and then decided to come in to see me for justice. So, I think what begs the question: you went to the police. Why didn't you come to me first?
He should have. Well, I mean, the Undertaker guy, he's following the rules. He didn't want to be friends with, Don Vito, and he's following the rules in America. He says he believes in America, but he didn't get justice.
That's true. That is true. That is very true. I mean, that is very true. Even though this Undertaker came in on the day of my daughter's marriage, and then
well, nothing can be denied by a Sicilian on his daughter's wedding day.
Yep. So anyway, how's everybody doing? Now this is Codo Corleone, Codo Man's type of cousin or some sort, and I'm just sitting in here with a very special guest from one of the WEIU staff members, Mac White.
Thanks for having me on, Codo Corleone.
You're welcome. Actually, I was supposed to have two other guests coming on board. I think they're both running a little late of some sorts. Well, maybe they might have forgot.
I hope they didn't get whacked in the parking lot.
I don't think so. Besides, I just came back from spring break. In fact, I think many of us students came back from spring break. And just to be fair, I'm a student myself. Codo Corleone's a student himself as well.
Yes.
And you're probably wondering, this Codo Man person, where is he? Well, he probably forgot to come in here today. Don't you think, Mac?
It could have happened, yes.
Yeah, but anyway, he reached out to me to say, hey, Codo Corleone, please do the 50th anniversary of The Godfather.
Yes, 50th anniversary.
Yep, that is right, folks. The Godfather came out in 1972, which is basically about 50 years. But looking at the date, it came out on March 24th, 1972 in the United States. And actually, today's March 23rd. So
we're a day early.
We are basically a day early.
Yeah, I saw it in the Mattoon Theater Sunday night for the 50th anniversary showing.
That is wonderful.
It was amazing.
Hey, you made a good offer that you can't refuse.
Exactly. Best $5 I ever spent.
At the what is this theater that you call the Mattoon Theater?
Yes, the Mattoon movie theater. Yes, in the middle of nowhere.
Yep. And I actually saw Godfather on DVD back in high school when I was actually a senior. I was in a film class. I was taking a film class, and one of our final films that we watched was The Godfather because it's considered by many people to be one of the greatest movies of all time.
Yes, I think it's ranked like second in the AFI ranking.
What's the greatest film of all time then?
I think they still say it's Citizen Kane, don't they?
Probably. Yeah, I heard about this Citizen Kane film. Very good film.
So let me ask you, Codo Corleone, have you seen The Godfather since high school? Did you see it recently?
I remember hearing about it for the first time prior to going to high school, and then when I heard they were playing The Godfather on as one of the film topics for high school, I was in a film class during my senior year during the spring. That was our final film that we watched, and I got into that film pretty well.
Yeah. Have you seen it since then?
I have seen it.
Oh, again?
Well, second time around on TV.
Okay.
Although at times it's hard to follow because of the runtime too.
It's 3 hours. It's long.
Well,
so I've seen it. I've seen it a lot. But I'm old.
And I'm still young.
Exactly. I didn't see it in the theater, obviously, because I was 4 years old when it came out.
4 years old. So,
Yes.
so technically year wise, 1968. You were born.
I was born in 68.
Yeah.
Yes. So my parents saw it in the theater in 1972.
1972. My dad actually went to see this film when he graduated high school.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Fantastic. So yeah, my parents saw it in the theater in 72, and for some reason they bought the soundtrack.
The soundtrack, the
They
one
had it on album.
for the music, the one by Nino Rota that wrote.
Yeah.
Because Nino was the composer who wrote the score, but I think prior to the Oscar nominations, it got rejected.
Really?
Yeah, I remember this film was nominated for multiple Academy Awards.
Yes, it was.
It won 3
It did win 3.
for Best Picture, Best Adapted Screenplay, and for the performance for Corleone, the Corleone himself, Marlon Brando.
Marlon Brando won Best Actor.
But he actually rejected his win.
Yes, he sent somebody in his place, didn't he?
I remember seeing that. Yes.
Like Sonia Littlefeather or something like that.
I think her name is Sachin Littlefeather.
Thank you.
I remember watching that video. Actually, to be fair, I remember seeing that video in class. In one of the classes I took, I think it was probably in college. My time here in college, probably my first year, probably. But it's been a long time, but I remember going back watching the video clip of it. And I will admit, Marlon Brando's screen time was a bit short, but it was well worth the mention since it is an Oscar-winning performance, to be fair.
Yes, he was amazing in it.
Yeah, well, yes.
And Khan got nominated. So did Duvall.
Robert Duvall.
So did Pacino. Holy heck.
I mean, holy cannoli.
Thank you. Yes, holy cannoli.
I mean, Al Pacino didn't even win an Oscar. He was coming close in the sequel, but literally lost out to Art Carney in 1974.
Okay.
But anyway, we're talking about. I'm going way ahead of myself. I want to talk about the 1972 original.
Yes.
But anyway, this film.
And Coppola was nominated for Best Director.
Oh yeah, that's right, Francis Ford Coppola.
He got beat out by
I think it was Bob
Fosse for Cabaret.
That is right. I actually saw Cabaret in film communications class.
What'd you think?
I thought that film was actually very, very good. Very good.
I love Cabaret. It's one of my favorites.
Although it was a tough competition since The Godfather actually won Best Picture.
The Godfather is definitely a better film than Cabaret. I think Coppola definitely deserved the Oscar instead of Fosse.
That could be true.
I really do.
I mean, to be fair, I can definitely see that, but hey, I can't make too many offers because they might actually refuse it.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure I'm referring to the Academy Awards, probably.
Yeah, they're a touchy bunch there.
Touchy bunch as much because because they're having their Oscars ceremony coming up this Sunday, and I remember like it was yesterday when The Godfather won Best Picture. And actually, to be fair, this film actually had a little bit of trouble production. I was talking to this Codo Man guy, and we were talking about how much trouble this film got into, particularly with the casting of Marlon Brando.
Yeah, they didn't want him. I guess he had to take a screen test, and they knew that he would not go for that, so they kind of sneaked the camera.
They snuck in his production. No, not production. Well, technically production, but audition tape.
Yes.
In the middle of other lead actors' auditions for the role of Vito Corleone.
I think they told him it was a makeup test, and it was really his screen test. But I guess everybody said it was an amazing thing.
It was.
But the footage is gone. Nobody can find it.
Well, that's tragic.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
on top of that, at least Marlon Brando got the last laugh to be in The Godfather because he was actually very good, especially in the opening scene, the I Believe in America sequence. And did I just drop my red rose or something?
Yes, your course, your boutonniere.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. It must have fell off when I was coming in here. Maybe because I was just setting up for something, if you know what I'm saying. So anyway, that opening scene is a pretty good scene. Am I right?
Oh yeah, the opening scene, the first line of the film, "I believe in America," which is said by the Undertaker to Marlon Brando in his office.
Yeah, and also nice little fun fact: he was also reading off cue cards during
Marlon Brando?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
I think because he's very well known for not reading the script, but known for like cue cards, flipping the script, and I think at one point he had an earpiece at one point in a future film or some sorts.
Yeah, I heard the same thing too.
But
later when he's working with Coppola in Apocalypse Now, I think it went terrible too.
Yeah,
he didn't know his lines.
He didn't know his lines. I heard about that. I actually watched a documentary about that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the one that when Francis Ford Coppola was doing Apocalypse Now, the behind the scenes of that was crazy. It was crazy. Like I couldn't believe how long it took that film to make.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, even at one point George Lucas was originally going to direct Apocalypse Now, but backed up because he believed he might make another Star Wars film.
Yeah.
But set in Vietnam.
Yeah. Him and Coppola were really tight. I guess they one of the reasons that Coppola made The Godfather, he didn't want to, is because him and George Lucas were completely broke in their production company. And they owed like a ton of money.
Well, that's true, and not to mention the fact that Francis Ford Coppola also went on to produce American Graffiti with George Lucas.
Yeah.
So, and that was a year after Godfather. Oh my! And well, look who decided to come in on the day of this podcast recording. I mean, hang on a second. I remember this Codo Man person telling me this certain name. Oh, what is this? Christian. That is a very good name. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I think my name's pretty unique. Well, thanks for inviting me.
Yes, and by the way, even though you might have forgotten my name, it's Codo Corleone. I am this Codo Man person's cousin.
Oh, well, nice to meet you.
Yeah,
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Yeah, nice to meet you too. And I think we're missing another person, but you know what? That's okay. I mean, hey, sometimes not everybody can make it. I think his name is Marshall Mathers. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. And I believe he had some other work he had to do today, but he couldn't make it, but we'll make it work.
That's okay. You know what? That's okay. It's okay. I get that, Hey, I got into a bit of the podcasting business too because, hey, it's okay if not everybody shows up. That's totally okay. Even this Codo Man person agrees too. I mean, he had a few run-ins with some episodes, but hey, we gotta make it work.
So I believe we were talking about Godfather because it's 50 years old this year.
Right.
Am I correct?
In
50th
fact-
anniversary.
In fact,
Yeah.
we're a day early.
Really? One day? Is it tomorrow?
Yeah, in the United States.
Okay.
So anyway,
Very cool.
So
I
anyway,
saw it in Mattoon Sunday night at the movie theater.
Really?
Yeah, it's still
wow.
playing. It's still playing.
That's awesome.
I know.
That's crazy.
I know. I've seen it a million times, but I've never seen it in the theater.
Wow. So I watched. So a little history about me is I watched this movie once, like 5 or 6 years ago, and I have been meaning to watch the second and third installments, but I just haven't had a chance yet.
You haven't seen Godfather 2?
No, but I want to because
got
I've
it.
heard it was one of the rare examples where the second may have or was just as good as the first, because that's very rare. Because it's hard to top the magic of the first installment.
that is true because Godfather Part 2 also won Best Picture as well, even Best Director for Francis Ford Coppola.
Yeah.
Who won probably one of the greatest directors of all time. one of the greatest directors. Not the greatest, one of the greatest directors.
Like, personally, I'm really enjoying this man's work. Like, I watched the 3-hour extended cut of Apocalypse Now for the very first time on Netflix like a month or two ago, and that film was insane.
That is true, yeah.
Which, funny enough, had Martin Brando in as well. Funny enough.
Yeah, I know. I mean, he had a hard time with this film, but hey, at the end of the day, his performance was very good.
Oh my gosh, his performance in that movie, he wasn't in it until like the final like 40 minutes. But man, when he showed up, he overshadowed everybody.
Yeah, he pretty much did. But anyway, let's get back on topic to the Godfather, because, I mean, like Mac and I mentioned that Marlon Brando almost didn't get the part, but he actually got the part because Francis Ford Coppola snuck in his audition tape in the middle of other people's.
Yeah, Coppola really wanted him to be in it.
And the Paramount execs were really against the casting of him, including Al Pacino as well.
Yeah, like, that's one thing I never understood. It's like Pacino, every time he talks about this film, it's like nobody wanted him to play the son character, and I don't know why. I mean, I gotta keep in mind though, around the early 70s, Al Pacino wasn't really like extremely well known yet, right? Like,
Actually, the supporting cast, Duvall, James Caan, Al Pacino, and Diane Keaton, they were unknowns. Nobody knew who they were.
Yeah, and
Pacino had done one movie called Panic in Needle Park.
And
right
then
before this,
there was another one, but I think that came out a year after Godfather.
Yeah, I mean, he hadn't done anything yet. Nobody really knew who he was.
yeah.
I mean, Duvall had done a bunch of stuff before this, but nothing big. And James Caan, these people took off and became huge stars. I mean, because of The Godfather.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when James Caan, his character was so aggressive. He smacked a lot of people's camera in the opening wedding sequence. And at one point during a fight scene in the alley, he actually tossed a guy in a garbage can and broke two of the ribs inside that guy after the punches.
Oh, when he beats up Carlo on the street?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that whole scene. I remember that. So he actually did like physically do that to that guy.
He really, he really did, and that ended up in the final cut.
That's funny. I always love those little mini stories where you find out these little on-set incidents that were kept in the movie. Like, there was this one story for this one film that came out in like the mid-late 70s. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but there was a scene where the two main characters were crossing the street and a cab drove onto the set because they didn't see the sign saying stop. So he almost drove into the actors.
Is that in Midnight Cowboy?
I think it is. Like, he hits the car. Hey, I'm walking here.
That's
I'm
Midnight
walking
Cowboy.
here. Yeah.
I probably won't. I mean, hey, I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
Yeah, because and his accent kind of breaks because he wasn't acting. He's yelling at that cab driver, and they kept that in. I thought that was so funny that they kept that in there.
Another great 70s actor, Dustin Hoffman.
That's right.
Yeah.
Dustin Hoffman, a great 70s actor as well. And hey, if you want another line, I'll give you this one. I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
Now, I'm glad you mentioned that. So that scene, I wanted to ask you this question. So when Martin it's Martin Brando.
Marlon.
Marlon Brando.
Yeah.
Marlon. I thought it was Martin.
Oh, call me Marlon Martin.
The scene when he says the famous line, the cat was not in the script, right?
No, in fact, the cat itself, it was actually put into the film because Marlon Brando actually likes cats.
Yeah, because I watched a video somewhere years ago. I think I heard someone say that cat wasn't like originally supposed to be in the scene.
No, they
or
found
something.
it. He was like roaming around the studio, and they just. I think Coppola brought him in and gave him to Brando as kind of like a little prop thing. Because Brando loved to have little fiddly things to fiddle with while he's acting.
And hey, I like cats too. In
That's
fact, I
funny.
have. In fact, in the Corleone family, I named this cat named Marlin.
And it's so funny to me. Like, The Godfather really had a big impact on pop culture. Like, especially in Zootopia when they
Oh,
when
yes.
they parodied.
You come on the day of my daughter's three marriage. I trusted you, Nick. I welcome you to my home. We wrote bread together. Grandma even made a cannoli. And now you want to pay my generosity with a rug made out of a butt of a skunk.
And what is this in?
Zootopia, Disney Zootopia.
Zootopia.
This is
Okay.
when Disney was doing pretty well at the time before all the controversy surrounding in the 2020s now.
Zootopia is a kids film that came out in 2016, and
Okay.
there's this funny scene where the main character has to go visit a mob boss, and it's this little tiny mouse, and they designed him to look just like
Marlon Brando.
Marlon
Yeah.
Brando. He was even talking like him too.
Yeah.
So you could tell right away they were referencing,
Yeah. I mean,
that, like-
I mean, The Godfather has entered, popular culture, the American lexicon.
That's true.
Whatever you want to say. I mean, some people don't even have to see the movie, and they get all the references because it's in every other thing. I mean, there's episodes of The Simpsons.
That is right.
The Modern Family thing.
Yeah,
that
it's
they
true.
did.
Yeah, and I was actually watching last year. I was watching Smallville, and in season 1, there in one of the episodes there was a bunch of Godfather references. And
That's true, because after the success of The Godfather, Marlon Brando went on to become a Jor-El, Superman's
yeah.
father in the original 1978 Superman film with Christopher Reeve.
yeah,
Yeah.
And Christopher Reeve even appeared in a couple of episodes of Smallville.
yeah.
Okay.
So I just think that's so cool, like all the little coincidences.
Yeah.
Now, I was watching this pretty cool video about the director of Godfather, and he said he didn't want to make sequels. He wanted it to be a one and done thing. But the studio, I wouldn't say they forced him to, but they really wanted him to make a
I have
sequel.
a feeling they threw a ton of money at him.
They probably
Oh,
did,
oh,
or
yeah,
maybe
I
they
would-
threw
I would-
they threw an offer at him so that they threw an offer at him that they can't refuse.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
the third, sadly to say, the third one wasn't as strong as the first two.
yeah, because that's the funny thing. I was literally watching a video about this just the other night, where a lot of trilogies have this problem of when it gets time to do the third film, a lot of trilogies, the third film always ends up being the weakest. Like, a lot of this happens a lot more than you think, and I think it was set in stone that, number 3 was not going to be able to come anywhere
Yeah.
near the first
I
two.
think part of the problem was because Francis Ford Coppola put in his daughter, Sofia Coppola, in the third film.
Everybody said she ruined the movie.
Well, at least she can direct now.
Yeah, she's really good.
Yeah.
In fact, fun fact, in the first Godfather film, at the very end, the baptism scene when
Yes.
Michael Corleone, Diane Keaton
Oh, yeah, the
were at
baby.
the church. The
Yeah,
baby
yeah, yeah.
was actually Sofia Coppola.
Yeah.
Really? That's
Supposed
funny.
to be a boy baby, but Sofia Coppola played the baby.
Oh, that's funny.
That's true. So that was like
Yeah.
her very first acting role.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's so cool. You'll notice a lot that directors love putting their kids in as cameos. Like, I just found out the other day. Here's a fun fact: Ghostbusters 2. Ivan Reitman's son had a cameo
Really?
when Dan Aykroyd and
Ernie Hudson?
Yeah, they go to a birthday party at the beginning of the movie, and this one boy comes up to them and he's like, "My dad thinks your guys are a load of crap." Like, that was
wow.
that was the director's son,
Okay.
who went on to direct Ghostbusters Afterlife that
Right.
just came out. Yeah,
Yeah, and that's very impressive. Like, hey,
Yeah.
sometimes you gotta throw in a director's son or daughter.
Well,
Yeah.
isn't the actress who plays Connie in The Godfather, and then she was Adrian in the Rocky movies? She's related to Francis Ford
Yeah.
Coppola, right?
Oh yes, Talia
Really?
Shire. That's her.
She's like
Oh.
a cousin or something, and Nicolas Cage is related to him.
The Coppola family has expanded.
And Jason
Yeah.
Schwartzman is like, he's part of that clan too.
Yeah.
Somehow.
And I think Francis Ford Coppola. I think he's the godfather or god grandfather to one of George Lucas's relatives.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
they were really tight and had that company
And
together.
oh, by the way, Christian, I forgot to mention the composer's music. The name is Nino Rota. His music was actually rejected from the 45th Academy Awards
Really?
because I think I don't know. Hang on, I'm looking up the Nino Rota, and the composer, an Italian composer. He is. Wow, he is a great Italian composer. I think he accidentally put in one of his songs or one of his similar music themes into The Godfather, and somehow it got rejected for some reason, for sounding similar of some sort. Because I really loved that music during that wedding scene, the dance sequence.
Yeah, the opening music for this, I'll never forget. When I was watching this for the first time, the opening scene really stuck with me, with the party going on outside and that theme music's playing. It set the tone instantly, I thought,
Yeah.
It really set the mood up of what you were about to see. The music, there's just something about it. Really, it had like this, how would you say it, intimidating?
It's intimidating. It's intimidating. We're also it gives you a nice swing vibe to it, as if you were dancing.
Yeah,
So-
you could dance to it, definitely.
So yeah, the wedding opens the movie, and the wedding takes like 30 minutes out of the entire movie.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was that long.
And then,
So
yeah.
I'm wondering, how much did that influence? Have you guys seen The Deer Hunter?
I've not
Oh,
seen
no,
the
I
Deer Hunter.
haven't. That is Robert De Niro, right?
Yeah, in The Deer Hunter, the middle of the movie is legitimately a real wedding. I mean, it's not a real wedding, but it's the full thing. It takes like another 30 minutes, 40 minutes chunk of this film, and they do the entire wedding.
Jeez,
And
that's very long.
And in The Deer Hunter, the guy who plays Fredo is one of the main characters, and De Niro and Meryl Streep and Christopher Walken. And it's a Vietnam movie. Yeah, there's a wedding scene in that, and it's just an unbelievable amount of time.
Yeah.
The Apocalypse Now film was also a Vietnam War film.
Yes. Well, Vietnam was a big deal in the 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and,
very.
And also, I'm forgetting to mention this very important scene because it's been referenced multiple times. Does anybody remember the horse head?
Yes.
Oh my god! Oh, that has been parodied.
A ton, yeah.
I think didn't like Family Guy poke fun at that?
I'm
pretty
sure they did.
I'm sure they did.
Because
And The
this
Simpsons.
movie director rejected this guy, the
Johnny
singer.
Fontaine.
The singer, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's going to make him a big star. He ain't going to get in the picture.
And then Robert Duvall was like, "Thanks for the meal.
Yeah, because you cannot refuse. Yeah. What did he say?
I'll make him an offer. He
Vito
can't refuse."
Corleone never asks a second favor when getting denied a first.
And it's just this scene alone that really actually haunted me. I didn't even really realize that was actually a reference. Because when I found out that they did the horse head, they took the entire horse head, and then the bed was full of blood because of
It's
this
a real
movie.
horse head.
It was a real horse head. The movie director wakes up, finds blood all over himself, then sees the horse head and screams just screams because
oh my gosh!
because Robert Duvall, Sonny, right? Is that his name?
Tom Hagen.
Okay, Tom Hagen, just killed one of his horses because the thing was, this movie director refused the offer.
Yeah, which is based on a true story because the singer Johnny Fontaine is supposed to be Frank Sinatra.
That's what I heard about that.
Yeah. So in the beginning of the movie, at the wedding, when Michael and Kay are sitting there talking, and Michael's just got back from the war, Michael is telling Kay about his family and stuff, and he says, she's shocked that Johnny Fontaine showed up to sing at the wedding.
That was
And she's
very
like,
impressive. Yeah.
And she's dumbfounded. He says, well, he's a friend of my father's. He helped him with his career. And he explains that Johnny Fontaine wanted to get out of his contract with this big band leader, and the band leader didn't want to let him out of the contract. So Vito Corleone went to see the band leader with Luca Brasi, and he says, you need to sign this contract to let Johnny out of his contract. And he said, and either your signature or your brains are going to be on that contract.
Somehow that...
Which is a true... They say it's a true story, and Frank Sinatra getting out of his contract with Tommy Dorsey back in the 40s.
Mm-hmm.
And then Frank Sinatra is trying for the part From Here to Eternity, which is the Horsehead deal.
Mm-hmm.
Frank Sinatra definitely had ties with the mafia.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a rumor, right?
Yeah.
It's really true that Frank Sinatra
had
ties to the mafia.
Yeah, like my dad and I talk about that stuff all the time. Like I think it's definitely obvious. Like at this point, if you really look into like the story, like the one you just told, it's kind of obvious. I feel like, but hey.
My goodness, didn't Frank Sinatra not go his way to be kicked out of the mafia or something? But is he actually part of the mafia?
Well, he's got mafia connections. I mean, he was never a made guy or anything, but I think the mafia looked after his career.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
at the end of the movie, Michael asked Johnny Fontaine to do all these singing dates in Las Vegas, which Frank Sinatra really did.
Oh yeah, he did that a lot.
So
And
that's
then
like a reference to that point, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, this is all sort of based on sort of real stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure everybody who's probably listening to this probably wondering where this Codo Man person is. But don't worry, you'll hear more from him in the next few episodes. But anyway, there's probably a few areas to mention in that film. Like, did you mention the? I don't think anybody mentioned the fact that when James Caan's character was killed off. In the shooting, the glass window on the car, the windshield, was actually repaired pretty quickly.
Oh really?
Yeah, I think it's one of those like Hollywood continuity errors during that shootout.
Okay.
Yeah, like that scene is a very good point that I wanted to bring up. It's like this film, I think, did a perfect job of like. When the characters are killed in this, it feels so real.
It really
does. You know what I
does.
mean?
Yeah.
Like, I was wanting to talk about the restaurant scene where Pacino's character shoots those two guys at
Sollozzo and McCluskey.
at the dinner table. Like, that
Yes.
scene haunted me ever since I watched that, because when he's sitting there, waiting for the right time to pull the gun out and shoot them, it's like, I don't think there was any music. I think the whole thing was just natural sound. You're just sitting there waiting. When's he
And
going to do it?
Pacino doesn't say a word. He does all the acting with his eyes.
Yes. Like, he just has this look on his face, like it's like he's questioning, should I go through with this or not?
Yeah,
like,
totally.
Yeah, and when he shoots them, like, I believe he shoots one in the throat and the other one in the head, and the dude's, like, putting his hands over his throat. He's, like, choking on his blood. It's just... God, that scene was so haunting because of how real it felt.
Yeah.
It felt so real.
Holy cannoli! I remember seeing that was haunting. And then after when Vito was shot, he was absent throughout the majority of the film until the very end.
Yeah, and
then Al Pacino, Michael Corleone went to Sicily, Italy. That's where it's home to the. Take it away, boys.
What was it home to? I don't remember.
Sicily?
Yeah, isn't that
okay.
Isn't that where? Isn't that the home of the mafia?
Mafia, the birthplace of
Yeah.
Is that one of the
Cosa Nostra? Yeah.
Isn't that the
Yeah.
birthplace of the mafia at one point?
Yeah, that's the thing. That's Vito's hometown in Godfather Part 2. That's where they show young Vito, and then he's got to come to America.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking because
Michael runs off to Sicily after he kills the two guys because one of them's a cop.
Uh-huh.
So he killed a cop. He runs off to Sicily.
and then he
Gets
hides
married.
he
To that
marries
one girl,
That one
yeah.
girl.
Colonia.
And question, I'm glad you brought this up. That scene confused me. When she's killed by the car bomb,
Yes.
who did that? I don't remember.
People in America. It was either Bazzini or Tattaglia, part of the 5 families in America, and it was supposed to be Michael in the car.
Oh,
But it was.
okay.
It turns out to be Michael's wife.
Yes,
He
Michael's 16-year-old wife.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, sorry.
Wow. I mean, oh man. That scene flew over people's heads back in
yeah,
1972.
different times, but
But hey, can't do anything about it because that film was already made.
Right.
But anyway, I mean, well, at least Michael went back to Diane Keaton.
Yes, goes back to Diane Keaton.
I'm
And
just surprised that Diane Keaton didn't even know about that.
He never told her about. Yeah,
No.
he never told her about.
Yeah.
that.
he never told. I remember watching this film. I'm pretty sure he's just like, yeah, I'm not going to tell her about.
I can't believe she takes him back. I mean, he was gone for like a year in Sicily.
Yeah.
And then he comes back to America, and he didn't talk to her for a year after he came back.
And then Marlon Brando, Vito Corleone, was alive. He's still alive.
Yeah, Vito's still alive. And Michael, is starting to learn the family business, and he needs a wife, so he goes to Kay and says, let's get back together. And she does.
Yep. And
That
then,
didn't make much sense to me. Like with the points you just brought up, I feel like and if this were based on real life, I think she would have said no to him asking him to get back together.
Probably,
I feel
yeah.
like
It was also a different time. Women didn't have a lot of options
that's
in
also
like
true.
That is very
1953 or whenever.
This was like the
1949.
this was like 30s or 40s, but yeah, there wasn't a whole lot of opportunities, for the time.
And then quite
period.
possibly the 50s too, because I think
Yeah.
because I was reading one of the plot for this film. I think it was 1955 when Michael Corleone was marrying this
Yeah.
girl. So it was
Yeah.
probably the 50s.
The wedding takes place in 1945.
But it was
because
the
Michael
50s.
still has his uniform
Oh,
on.
that's right.
yeah,
Yeah.
So
he's
the
coming
war-
back from World War II, and
The
then
war
Yeah.
has just ended.
Just ended,
Michael's a war
okay.
hero.
Yeah.
And that's another iconic line in the thing when he's telling the family that after Vito and the assassination attempt, he says, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to kill Sollozzo and I'm going to kill the cop. And James Caan says, this is not like in a war. You don't shoot some guy from a mile away. You got to get up close and you bada bing.
Yeah.
says the person who went on to smack some guy's cameras out of their hands and broke
Yeah.
two somebody's ribs after tossing them in the garbage can.
So yeah, and I was,
Sonny the Hothead.
yeah. Yeah. But Al Pacino's character, what was his name again? Michael. I kind of feel like this film, was Breaking Bad before Breaking Bad, because the movie starts off, he's a generally good dude,
Yes.
but then over the course of the film, he just gets darker and darker and darker and darker until
Totally.
he's like a completely different dude. I feel like this whole thing is that you're just watching the normal dude slowly transitioning into a complete opposite evil version of himself.
That's true.
Decaying from good to evil or something.
Yeah, especially when Michael found out that Connie's husband was being so abusive towards Connie.
Yeah, isn't that why he had him killed at the end? Didn't he get in the car and there was somebody in the back
Yeah.
with a rope and they strangled him?
Well, yeah, they kill Carlo the day that Michael is his son's godfather.
Yeah.
So he kills his brother-in-law the day of the baptism. Mm-hmm. And that's his brother-in-law. But the reason they kill Carlo is because Carlo went against the family with either the Tattaglias or Bazzini, and that's how Sonny got killed. Because Carlo beat up Connie really bad. She called the house. Sonny answered the phone and says Carlo beat her up. So Sonny takes off in the car, and that's when he gets ambushed at the toll booth.
Yeah, that was the scene
And
I
that
was trying to
set
refer
up
to.
by Carlo. He beat up Connie on purpose to set that whole thing in motion.
So that whole thing. Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Wow. So that was like a 4D chess kind of move there. It's like thinking like multiple steps ahead. Huh. I did not realize that. That's so crazy to me. But here's the thing, though. This is something, guys, about the film I was a little confused on. So it's established at the beginning of the film that, like, Michael didn't want anything to do with, like, the family business, you know? So I'm like, what changed his mind? He seems so content on staying as far away from me as possible. Like, his brother literally gets into a fight with him at the dinner table where he's like, Michael's like, listen, man, I don't want any part of this. Then he's like, you're betraying the family. Whoever joins the military, they're a bunch of losers or something.
Oh
that he
my
says,
goodness.
you know,
I mean,
like-
hey, not all soldiers are losers. Not all of them. Come on. I mean, Michael's a war hero.
Yeah,
He is a war hero. Actually, Vito doesn't want Michael to be in the family.
Oh, was it really?
No, he does not. He wants a better life for Michael. He wants Michael to they're grooming Michael to like be some kind of a big politician or some kind of a bigwig or something. And he doesn't want Michael involved in the family business at all. And he says to him, I think it's when they're in the garden
Near
towards
the end,
right
towards
before
the
Vito
end.
dies.
Yeah.
And he says,
tells him
I
that.
wanted better for you. I didn't want you to be in this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what turns Michael is the attempted murder of his father, and they're in the hospital, and you remember all the guards are gone, and Michael's worried that they're setting Vito up to get shot again. And Michael comes in there, and he's talking to his dad, and he says, I'm here for you. It means that he's going to take care of his dad. He's going to take care of the family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
And then
I
and
remember
then
that scene
this
very
is-
well.
And then the very end, during the baptism scene, where everybody, the entire mafia gang goes out in style.
He kills all the heads of the 5 families. And Mo Green, which iconic scene, shoots Mo Green in the eye.
He was the one with the glasses on,
He was
right?
one of the glasses.
Is he like getting massaged?
He's getting a rub down.
He puts the glasses on, bang,
In the
it's
eye.
In the eye, instantly.
They shot his eye out.
Yes.
Yeah, literally.
And that's another iconic thing in the film. When Michael first goes to Vegas and he's trying to buy out Mo Green's casino, and Fredo actually stands up for Mo Green, and he says, "You can't talk to a guy like Mo Green like that." And Michael is like, "Never go against the family." And this is the only time I'll ever tell you.
Yeah,
But then I mean, I don't want to spoil Godfather Part 2 for you. It's almost 50 years old as well.
That's true, yeah.
In 2 more years, yeah.
Something bad happens to Fredo.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because the first part left a lot of things open. Like I remember, like in part 2, you know, I believe Diane Keaton's character actually learns the truth because at the end of part 1, she's like, "Did you have this person killed?" And he's like, "No, of course not." I didn't
And
do
then
that."
this is where this final quote from Michael Corleone: "Don't ever talk about my business."
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the only time I'll let you ask about the family business.
and
And then he lies.
And he lies.
Yeah.
With that final shot, the door closes on Diane Keaton.
Yeah.
It's classic.
It's
shot.
classic shot.
Yes.
Yeah.
So anyway, I know we are hitting the we're coming close to the 45-minute mark. Any last remarks for the Godfather? Does it still hold up as a great film?
Yeah, I think it is too. I feel like a lot of people today will say it's overrated, but it's really not. I mean, I think you have to have a particular mindset when you're watching this because this movie, I think, was a big game changer in Hollywood.
Especially,
you know? Like,
especially
huge.
for other film directors, even Martin Scorsese, who took some
Yeah.
inspiration from this film and created some other mafia films like Goodfellas.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think we would have Scorsese without this.
Yeah.
I don't think we would have Jaws without this.
That's true.
I mean, and let alone just Coppola's career. I just think this is the birth of the 70s, you know, tourism and the big time directors, and Hollywood really takes a decidedly different turn with this film.
Yeah, because I feel this film set a lot of stepping stones for a lot of trends we see now. I feel like a lot of things you see now we may not know, but maybe it was inspired from this movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Now, curiosity question: are the sequels good as well?
Godfather Part 2 is amazing.
Yes, Godfather Part 2 is a great film sequel, but the third one,
It's kind of a stinker.
Because I bring this up because a brand new cut of Part 3 was just released recently.
Really?
Coppola re-edited like a big director's cut of Part 3, and I saw it in Walmart. It was re-released on disc, and I was wondering if you guys had seen that new cut, and maybe it fixed a lot of the problems I would imagine.
To be honest with you, I have not seen Godfather Part 3 since I saw it in the theater when it came out
1990.
in 1990.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, in my opinion, this is still one of the greatest movies of all time,
Yes.
and it helped launch the careers of Al Pacino, Francis Ford Coppola, among many other actors who appeared in this film, and helped relaunched Marlon Brando's career, who will later go on to be in Superman, Apocalypse Now, and a boatload of other films too.
The Freshman.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah.
ever see that where
one,
he
that
actually
one.
plays sort of Vito Corleone?
Oh, huh.
Yeah, it's
That's
a comedy
funny.
and it's really good.
That's funny.
So
Yeah.
anyway, last minute closing thoughts.
Well, just when I thought I was done with podcasts, they pulled me back in. I was waiting so long
Classic.
to use that one.
Mac.
Oh, just 50-year-old movie. I saw it in the theater over the weekend, and thanks for letting me come and talk about it. Much
Oh,
appreciated.
you're welcome, Matt.
Yeah, it was nice to
Mac,
meet you,
I
by
mean-
the way. I loved your insight. It's so cool, like, when I get to hear stories of, like, people who got to see the film when it first came out. Like, my uncle saw Star Wars New Hope when it came out.
Me too.
In 1977. Just hearing when he talks about what it was like seeing it in the theater for the very first time, it's so intriguing hearing firsthand accounts. It's so cool to me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I saw that first Superman movie in the theater, too.
Wow, now that's like, this guy's so lucky. He got to see so many of the classics back in the day on the big screen. That's so cool.
Yep.
You know?
So, Mac, thank you very much for joining today on this Codo Cinema podcast.
Thank you. Much appreciated. The Vito Codo.
Yeah.
Or Codo Corleone.
Codo Corleone.
And
yes.
I just want to say, I appreciate you like my name, and thank you for inviting me on for this episode. I'm glad I got to talk about some more about this classic, and I promise I will get around to watching the sequels at some point. That is a promise.
Don't worry, Christian. I mean, don't worry. I mean, I know you will. And don't forget to tell this Codo man guy, or whatever his name is, Marky Codo or something, I don't know. But hey, tell this guy, don't worry. I was able to fill in for him, and I know he'll do a great job for the next few episodes.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And
No doubt.
Yeah. And tell him I wish him good luck on trying to reach 100 episodes.
Yes, we are trying to reach that mark before the semester is over, and we are reaching it. I think we're going to cut it close, but we are going to make it for sure.
Don't worry. The fate of Codo Cinema is in the hands for this person. Mm-hmm. But other than that, thank you, Christian and Mac White, for appearing on Codo Cinema. So anyway, another episode. This Coda man told me to announce this next episode. I'm pretty sure if he said this correctly to me, that this is gonna be the next episode is gonna be Titanic. that's the next episode for this Codo Cinema podcast.
Yes, we will be talking about the Titanic movie because there's 2 anniversaries coming up. So the first one is the film directed by James Cameron is turning 25 years old this year, and this film had a lot of impact. It's the kind of same way the first Godfather film did. And this year it's also going to mark 110 years since the actual sinking.
And even though this will be recorded next week, so we're gonna be a little bit early on that, but hey, it's still the same year, too.
And well, there's going to be a lot of good Titanic information that we will be covering because Christian Taylor, myself, I have read countless books about Titanic growing up, and I have seen the movie. So there's going to be a lot of good insight. I'll be sure to bring up a lot of points. So that particular podcast is going to be a very good one.
Yep.
Very
so
good.
anyway, thank you all for tuning into this Codo Cinema podcast. And remember this quote, I'll make you an offer you can't refuse. Is that right, folks?
Yes.
Yes.
Anyway, this is Codo Corleone, or as what Mac would like to call me, Vito Codo, or Vito Codo Corleone. And remember to watch movies and stay positive. To quote on this Codo Man's person, go ahead, folks, close it off for me.
Watch movies and stay positive, everybody. We will see you next time.
Thanks a lot for having me on. Much appreciated.
You're welcome.